Hello, welcome back to another video. This is personal art, and you know, we are literally getting to the bottom of the barrel. It rained last night. One of my sketchbooks is almost like the cover is really messed up because I laid the bag down in the water, and usually when I lay this bag down in the water, it does not absorb any of the water, but today I decided to let the water seep through, and it like damaged the cover of the book. So that is unfortunate, but you know, I notice a lot of the recordings just have like so much wind in them, and I apologize. Not really much I could do about that because I don't even know where the microphone is. So maybe I'll just have to like look at it and figure out where the microphone is so that I could deal with that one way or another. But yeah, so this is obviously like, crazy art. I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I did this one, but it might have been related to the Simpsons season in Fortnite. So forgive me. It proliferated my brain and took over my cerebral cortex, took me to the next level of ascension. But we are. I feel like I should like make these lines a little bit more thick and stop doing like the stopping line, but I can't help it. I was not even gonna ink this up, but I think that it's best that we do, because the lines are very like confused in their approximation, and we gotta like kind of find it. We gotta find like the different parts of the object and make it something worth wanting to color. But I think this is fine. We do need to come up with some more sketches. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are coming forth in regards to like the generality of the art, and we're gonna have to attack them soon, which is not good for me, at least. For you, it's not really an issue. For me, it's a problem because I'm gonna have to do something about it. I'm gonna have to be present and make the conscious effort to either bring the binder. Hopefully that bag is big enough to carry the binder. I don't know how big that binder is, and I'm hoping that the binder is big enough or small enough to fit in. If not, I'm gonna have to go through a bunch of other problems. I don't know why I'm making this thick line around this, but it's fine because I'm gonna have to do erasing, and that is the next step of what it is that's going on here. We're gonna have to erase a bunch of stuff, and I wish that I didn't do that line so thick, because then I could have done the part that I needed to do as far as like the thing that I have to section like the canopy, but there is nothing to do with that, or nothing to add, I guess. We've done a variable amount of of what we needed to do. So let's see what we got. Take a quick look at it. That's what we got so far. And now we have to erase, which is not something we've done in a while. We've not erased in a hot second, so that's gonna be enjoyable. And when I say that, I mean it sarcastically, because it's not gonna be enjoyable. I feel like the other bench was not wet over there. I'm looking. This bench being wet, like my pants are wet, and it's kind of pissing me off. But it's okay. Like, pants are wet, table's wet, coat's wet, shoes are dry, luckily, and my notebook's wet. My other notebook, the blind contour notebook, is wet. Really sad, really unfortunate. So very very sad, very unfortunate. And we did a good job erasing. Like, this page looks pretty good. I think we did a good job erasing. We didn't get everything, but we got a large percentage of what needs to be gotten. I can't shake it off, whatever, and I can't blow it off either. Can't, like, get this debris out of here. Just get these little eraser shavings off the page. Alright, we got it. We did enough. We got enough. And now it's looking pretty good, pretty jazzy, you know. We could stop right here and it would be perfect, right? But fortunately for you, we will not be stopping right here, and fortunately for me, we won't be stopping right here either. You know, we just gotta get in preparation. So our next step is you have to mix colors, and I don't know which ones to mix. So what we're gonna do is start off with a yellow base for the whole image. Just gonna move the clip, put the clip to the side, and yellow base for the whole image, just all yellow. You know, I would use the yellow marker, but you know, we can't trust it. You know, we probably should though. Probably should use the yellow marker and just scrape across the whole thing and see what we get as an experiment. Because if it doesn't work out, I could always just redraw it on the light table, and that would be very simple. But do I want to commit time to that is the real question here. Do I want to commit time to redrawing it on the light table, or freehanding it, freehanding it? That's the real question. And we're also sitting counter shade, and today I didn't bring any liquid because I had a abundance of liquid this morning, and I don't want to have to pee out here because I do not want to use the public bathroom. I cannot stand using public restrooms. It is something that we need in society, but I just can't use them because they just don't feel safe. But in an emergency, if I can't make it, maybe. Or if you're like in a, you know, in a movie or something. But you know, you gotta think twice, you know. And this is why I wanted those things off the page, because they're like mixing into my shade, or like the gentle yellow we're trying to pour over the page, and it's causing an issue. So we found out yesterday that yellow and purple make brown, so we're going to mix some colors soon, Gonna put a little mix on that bad boy and see how we come out on top on this one. But as you can see, the page is like kind of stained up now. Like the page is a little stained, but this yellow is really helping. I wondered, like, if you mix the yellow with the black, do you get gray? Like, can you mix it with any color besides white to get gray? Because that would be phenomenal. But for now, we're gonna go with a violetish blue, and that's gonna give us some green, right? It's gonna give us a nice little green touch. But also with the sky, it'll give us a little bit of green for the sky too. We need a lot of green in this image. I think this image needs a significant amount of green, and already we can see that it's really not blending too much, but that's probably just user error. I will go back over it with a little bit of yellow, push it up, and if anything, we'll just tie back in with like actual green to force it if I need to. I just think that I didn't apply enough yellow, and this happens often when you don't apply enough. It doesn't blend very well, but these are really cheap color pencils too. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah, I don't know if they're blendable. I know a lot of cheap supplies are they like to just say non-toxic, and the other thing is non-toxic and washer safe or whatever, which is really funny to me. It's like, oh yeah, washer safe, yeah, that's what I care about, is if I can wash it off my clothes. Like, yeah, because they're like for kids, bro. Like, sorry, apologize. So kids you know, gonna get it on their clothes and they gotta wash it off. It's like, okay, alright gang, whatever you say, buddy. Alright, so we bring him back in the yellow, and it's just to like see if I can make it pop a little bit. And I definitely need to sharpen these pencils. I haven't sharpened them, and last night I was sharpening some pencils because I was doing some tests, and it was the other pencils, because I have 2 sets of pencils or whatever, so I was just, you know, testing them out so that I could see. And this one is definitely like needs to be sharpened bad, so it's gonna screw this up, but it's fine. We've got a decent base, and we will just keep going because I can't stop. I need to figure out what mixes to make red. Is it like pink and yellow? I mean orange, pink and yellow, something. But yeah, like this like inclement weather really ruins these days for me, honestly. You know, I am trying to still make the best of it, but like this water damaging the other sketchbook is really upsetting. Like, I don't like that it like messed up the cover, but you know, these are the hazards of operations, I guess. And we need to add more yellow. Like, I need to get more yellow into this whole image, like just significant amounts, because I was too timid with the yellow, and I need to be more bold and aggressive with it, so that way I can appropriate these colors and such. So let's go back in and just give it a nice little drag across, and we'll come back in with the light blue as well and try to touch up the spots that I think need to be recalibrated. But just one moment before we go to that next portion, that next spot, that next locale. You just need to constantly be cataloging each step, because you never know what's not gonna happen. And yeah, these are these aren't really, this isn't really saving the blend at all. Like, the blend right here is not very not saved at all. In fact, it's very like not saved, but we will save it by distributing a light wash of dark green, and that will save the trees mostly. The foliage, the shrubbery should be saved by this, and then we'll draw in a shadow, and we will say that the shadow is on the left side, so everything on the right side will just remain in the light, and we should be good from there. And we should be good as long as you just get this stuff done right here. Should be good. And then now this is the shadow, so we're gonna make this spot dark, like very dark, like very dark. And we're gonna make sure that we color it in very thickly, because we don't want to leave any room for doubt. Some of this stuff could be just left like a little bit open, because we don't care too much about certain aspects of it, but for the most part we do want it to be a darker shade of green. And we'll add in one more, you know, we just build it up. You know, it's not a perfect system, but it is a system nonetheless that we have developed. And we'll just do a light, like, little green spiral on the top for visual sake, and we'll just keep doing that. Just a nice little green spiral. There's a really big boat right in front of us, like humongous, you know. I don't know how they steer. I was gonna say, I don't know how they fly those things, but if there wasn't people there, I would show you, but I don't want to like capture the people. I don't want to put them in the camera's way. Maybe if they get out of the way fast enough, we'll expose you to the boat, but I doubt it. I doubt they'll move quick enough. And see, we're using the green instead of the whatever, but we're gonna mix it with some blue. You know, we're getting a little bit of that green in there, and it's important to keep your shadows like kind of solid and following the form. That's one of my biggest weaknesses, is that I like meander and I don't keep it solid. I don't keep it following the form. I just go foolish with it, and it hurts my art significantly because of that. You know, there was a point in time where I was a little bit more concise in my shadows, but that was when I didn't know no better, and then I started learning better, and then I started doing worse somehow. Just me though, just a user issue. And we got that on the bottom. What does this do again? Purple. So purple makes brown, with purple and yellow makes brown. It's not really making brown right now, but you know, we're trying to make some color relation, but it's not happening. It's not doing what it needs to do, and that's significantly disappointing, because we did have it mixing the other day, right? Like, we had mixes happening, and now there are no mixes. Like, our mixes are like pathetic. You know, it's almost like we might as well just had used the regular old color. You know, and I might just have to for the interior of some of these buildings. Okay, so we got wind back, but luckily we don't need to have it unclipped. We could use orange, I think, like a little bit of orange in the corners, maybe. I don't think so. I don't like the way that is. I don't think that makes sense, but maybe if we just add some purple to it. You know, we got the corners, we add a little bit of purple to it, we're swinging. Maybe this might work. You know, orange and purple. Maybe that might make what's best for us. Maybe that might cheer us up, but I don't think so. I don't think that's what we needed. I'm trying my best, but I can't get it to blend better. It's just like kinda not so blendy, but you know, we tried to do the dance, but this is honestly kind of good because then that means I could do this, right? I could just get some nice streaks on this because it kind of looks like a gray. Like the way that it's set up, it kind of looks like a little bit like a gray, and the way that the tone is interacting with the paper, you know. This is a bit longer than I expected. This is so much longer than I expected, and what is crazy about that is that we haven't even gotten to the one of the main parts yet, which is the fish. So that's this is pretty insane, you know. For this green part, we're obviously gonna use blue, more blending. You know, we gotta blend it up, and this one is blending significantly better than the others did, but it's still not like, you know, I guess toxic enough. But it is looking greener than the other ones did, and I appreciate that. Maybe if I just like press harder, we could get more green in it. But if not, I will just come in with a green pen and just make it a little bit green in the middle. Just not the whole thing, just in the center. You know, just enough to let them know that it's, you know, green or something. And a little bit on the top, because we can't mix to get this color anymore. And on the bottom, we will add a filigree of blue. Like, what are these? What color does these two make? Like, do they make a color at all? You know, and we'll just add in some blue to the over top of these to, again, give it a little bit more solidified shadow. You know, we gotta get a lot of these. I want to get some more darkness on these like noxious clouds. You know, somebody would say, well, shouldn't the trees be dying because it's like nuclear? It's like, no, the trees aren't real, man. You're hung up on some trees from the 60s, man. These trees aren't real, man. They're not real trees, man. You're hung up on some trees from the 60s, man. Alright, and now we are approaching the end of this art piece. It is I don't know how to blend to get to orange, so we're gonna guess, and we're gonna do yellow, get like some deep yellow, and then we're gonna hit it with a pink to get to like orange or red, and hopefully it works. Alright, we're hitting it with a pink, and what are we getting? We're getting like a red color. So that wasn't it, but you know, we did our due diligence, I guess, and we tried. I mean, it's kind of orangey. It's not really orange though. It's like a salmon color. On the camera it looks orange. On the camera it does look orange. I don't know why, but to my naked eye it does not look orange. It looks more like salmon color. And we do have another pink that we can hit it with, which makes it look even more red. So I don't know. You know, we got a bit of problems here with that, but I think we are moving in the right direction. And I will get this like that and try to just blend a little bit more of the blue into it. Another huge ship, huge, but we don't even have time, or else I would show you. We don't have time, bro. You know, this camera battery's been dying faster and faster each time I use it, so we gotta be conscious of that and make it make sense when we do things. So yeah. Alright, would I say that this is the end of this particular image? I just need to get like some more shadows on this, because I feel as if though I didn't get enough. And just, I think that's good enough. I think we did relatively a good job. And here's the final image, obviously with the shadow in the way, with the sunlight in the way. That's with the sunlight, with it being covered by shadow and darkness. That's what it looks like. And the light, that's what it looks like. I'll have a picture in the video, I guess. But thank you if you made it this far into the video. I will see you again soon in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.